Hi, my name is Kayla Khouzam, and I'll be doing my presentation on the Northridge Quake of 1994. One of the costliest natural disasters that had ever occurred happened here in Southern California. It was the Northridge Quake of 1994. It caused so much damage throughout the city as well, left people of Los Angeles terrified. This natural disaster is very important to learn about, especially if you live here in California. This year marks the 25th anniversary of the Northridge Quake. Through my presentation, I'll be going over 5 main slides: important statistics, other hazards that occurred, damages, cost of the damages, and the effect this earthquake had on the people. Now let's get into the horror that had happened on January 17th, 1994. The quake hit at about 4:31 a.m. The epicenter was found to be right under a suburban area which contained homes, schools, shopping malls, you name it. The epicenter was identified to be in the Northridge area in San Fernando Valley, about 20 miles northwest of downtown Los Angeles, which occurred on an unidentified fault, although now is known as the Northridge Blind Thrust Fault. The Richter scale measured the quake to be in about a magnitude 6.7. They say that the quake lasted about 10 to 20 seconds long, followed by numerous aftershocks. They were so strong, they almost hit about a 6.0. These aftershocks occurred within seconds from the initial hit, as well up to 11 hours later. Not only that, about 2 months later, they were still feeling aftershocks in March of 1994. This quake was so big that it caused so much damage that President Nixon had to call a state of emergency in the city of Los Angeles, even enforcing a curfew in many cities. So, other hazards that occurred. This earthquake generated intense ground shaking, causing ground failure, such as curbs being crushed, pavement being wrinkled. Everything just looked like something serious had just happened. Along with intense ground shaking, landslides started to occur, but mostly in the coastal areas of Los Angeles, although those also caused a lot of damage. If that wasn't enough, this quake also caused soil liquefaction to occur. That's when saturated soil that behaves like liquid when it's shaken. All of these damages caused severe damage to foundation of buildings and homes. So let's go more into detail on the damages. Damages had been reported to occur up to 85 miles away from the epicenter. There were reports of about 7 freeways that had collapsed or that had been damaged, as well water lines, power lines, as well gas mains had been bursting, causing about 466 fires to be reported. As well, apartment complexes had been fallen down, homes were destroyed, buildings were destroyed, 82,000 residential and commercial units were destroyed or unsafe, and about 54,000 mobile homes were destroyed or unsafe to be in. As well, 9 parking structures had collapsed and 9 hospitals had to evacuate because the building was unsafe and they didn't know what was going to happen next. So let's go into the cost of the damages. In total, the Northridge quake cost $20 million in damages. At the time, that was the costliest natural disaster in the United States. In 2021, it is now the 3rd costliest natural disaster in the United States. Altogether, this quake cost about $49 million towards economic loss. So lastly, how did this earthquake affect the people of Los Angeles? Well, it's known you have a better chance of dying from lightning to actually die from an earthquake. Although this earthquake caused many deaths, about 52 deaths happened that day. 33 people had died instantly, and altogether 72 people died from this earthquake, from heart attacks and other injuries. Many people had died from being on the first floor of an apartment structure because it had collapsed and fell everywhere. Altogether, 9,000 people had been injured, and due to all the damages of the buildings and homes being destroyed, 125,000 people were left temporarily homeless, which is really sad. And this really shows the effects this earthquake had on the people in Los Angeles. It was devastating, and it was an earthquake that they will remember forever. I want to thank you for watching my presentation, and Northridge Quake was very important because it caused so much damage. Not only did it cause damage, but it caused damage to people's homes and people's lives. Although we get to learn from it how to better prepare for an earthquake, and as well how to better prepare our buildings and homes so we could withstand anything. Thank you for watching.